There we go. Aaron, even for veteran players, you use each offseason to get better. As you approached this past offseason, what did you work on, and what are the elements of your game you're trying to improve heading into the next season?
Shooting, that's going to be a big key to our success, is being able to shoot the three ball at a consistent clip. And so that's really what I've been working on. Just also been working on just rounding out my post game, figuring out where my spots are, whether it be on that left block or the right block, figuring out ways to impact the game from certain spots on the floor that I know my coaches trust me and my teammates trust me from too.
Josh Robbins, The Athletic.
Yeah, hey, Aaron, good morning. Thanks for doing this.
What's up, Josh?
Hey, good to see you. We haven't spoken to you in a while. How tough was the hamstring injury to just not being able to play in the playoffs and having to watch it from the sideline?
It was disappointing. I think everything in me, my nature was telling me to wrap it up and just go out there and play anyways. I'm just really glad that I have a very conscientious coaching staff and training staff that basically, told me just to relax and come back healthy for this year. So this year is upon us, and I'm finally starting to feel better from the hamstring, and I'll be ready to go. But it was difficult just to cheer on my team from the sideline, knowing that we could have had a 1-8 upset, but, coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Thank you.
Philip Rossman Reich, Orlando Magic Daily.
Aaron, obviously just beyond the finish, last year was kind of a tough season for you. What did you learn, or what did you look back at and study as you tried to improve and get ready for this season? And what did you kind of learn from the experience last year?
Well, I think we were in a good rhythm towards the end of the year. I think we were about ready to make a push after All-Star break. I think everybody was playing well. We had a good rotation, and we were sharing the ball really well. We were scoring at an efficient clip, and we were defending pretty well. So I think we were about to make a run. Everybody in the East, a lot of the teams in the East were only 1 or 2 games differentiated in slot position. So I really felt like we were about to jump a couple of teams going into playoffs. But it's positive. It's positive. We have a lot of the same guys back. So I think that continuity is going to be really key for us at the beginning stages of this year. And I think we're just only going to get better.
Okay. Josh Cohn, OrlandoMagic.com.
Hey, Aaron. Question. I know you always take a lot of pride in your defensive effort. With Jonathan Isaac out this year, do you feel like you'll have even more responsibility defensively to guard multiple types of players?
Yeah, I mean, it's a challenge that I love. I love guarding the team's best player. I pride myself on being a two-way basketball player. I think basketball is played on both ends. It's obviously tough that we have J.I. down because he's such a tenacious defender. It makes up for a lot of mistakes and holes in our defense. But, it's not one-on-one. Essentially, it's a 5-man defense, and we all have to be bought in.
Eric Wilson. Eric.
Hey, Aaron. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Sorry, I had to unmute. Aaron, thanks for doing this. Can I just ask, what did you do, given this shortened off season, to kind of break away from basketball before you got yourself ready to come back for this season?
Well, I picked up a lot of hobbies, and it was really relaxing, whether it be golfing or making music, spending time with family, just trying to find ways to relax my mind and relax the tension that my body was holding from last season. So little hobbies here and there, very necessary. But, I'm happy to be back. This is basketball is the love of my life, and it always has been, and it always will be.
So really quick, 2021, are we getting a new AG album? We getting one drop this year?
2021, I probably will be able to get one out by 2021.
Okay.
I didn't realize how difficult the entire music process was. You know, it's very much so an art form. You know, it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of diligence and a lot of patience. And you know, I didn't realize that. So it was nice to kind of delve into a different industry for a little bit. You know, I met a lot of really great people, and kind of a new way of thinking. And I think, yeah, by 2021, I'll be able to produce something.
Okay, Roy Perry, Orlando Sentinel.
Hey, Aaron, good to see you. The obviously, you know, you guys were in the bubble last year, and you know the NBA had all the protocols in place, and it was much easier to sort of control, you know, what was going on with the virus. As you get into this season, you know, how concerned or what concerns do you have about playing outside the bubble, and sort of what will the mindset have to be, you know, as players, because you know there's going to be some bumps along the way.
I think we're all trying to figure it out together. You know, we want to keep something. We want to keep everybody healthy. We want to keep everybody safe. But the show must go on. You know, it's part of showbiz. It's part of entertainment. It's part of sports and entertainment. So we're gonna figure it out as we go, by keeping everybody as healthy as we can, taking all the necessary precautions and all the necessary steps to keep people from getting COVID. And you know, we're just gonna play ball. You know, at the same time, I think there's going to be some measures that are taken, whether it be not maximum capacity in arenas or no fans whatsoever in some states. And then, you know, it's really lies on the players as well, you know, traveling around. And we have to take a lot of the responsibility of, you know, maintaining proper hygiene and making sure we're social distancing and, you know, not trying to do too much.
Chris Cuff, 24 Flicks.
Good morning, Aaron. How you doing?
Morning.
Good, man. Hey, man. Just wanted to ask you your thoughts on the new additions to the team. You know, you got Cole coming, also Dwayne Bacon, and your thoughts on Chuma, what you've seen from Chuma so far.
You know, I haven't seen a lot of Chuma yet because he was hurt all last year. I think we're going to play tomorrow. He's looking strong. He's looking healthy. I think he's ready. I know he's going to be excited to play. He's going to have a lot of energy and pent-up buckets to give, so that'll be dope. Cole Anthony, he looked like he's pro-ready. You know, he looked like he's been pro-ready. He's been playing with pro athletes and pro ball players since he was in high school. So I remember playing up in New York at one of Chris Brickley's run, and Cole was on the floor with myself, JR, Timmy Hardaway, Kevin Durant, Mark Stoudemire, and his Cantor. So, you know, he's been around. He's been able to play. He's been able to hold his own. So I don't think the college not atmosphere, but the college structure was really conducive to him. You know, I think he's going to be much more effective in the pro setting. And when it comes to Wayne Bacon, I just know he could get a bucket. You know, he's a strong guard, strong wing, has a lot of different things in his bag. And I feel like he's going to make a instant contribution on the scoring front.
Dan Savage, OrlandoMagic.com.
Aaron, we saw you tease a little bit the AG1s. You know, how excited are you for that launch? And, you know, how much did you work on and have input in that design for that signature shoe?
You know, I'm excited. I'm happy to be partnered with 361. You know, there's definitely a learning curve and a learning process with working with a foreign company. And we're still going through that. We're still learning from each other. You know, this, not semantics, but logistics of getting shoes over here and getting them distributed in the States and how they're going to be distributed in China and how we're going to release them and what games I'm going to be wearing them. So there's a lot that goes into it, but I'm happy with them so far. We've been working pretty closely, and they've come up with a shoe that's is pretty comfortable.
Go back to Josh Robbins, the Athletic.
Aaron, if any rookie in the league were to ask you advice about transitioning to the league, what advice would you give him, considering that anyone who was drafted just 2 weeks ago, and tomorrow they're going to be expected to start training camp on, it's such a quick turnaround and it's such a weird year.
Well, I would say a couple of things or a few things. I would say, one, relax. There's a certain level of poise that this league takes. The next thing I would say is find your niche. Do what you do best. Whether it be defense or rebound or the game within the game. Whether you're a great teammate, whether your passing ability, your playmaking ability. So that would be that. And then the third thing I would tell them is, you were drafted for a reason. There's a reason that you're here. So they wouldn't have drafted you if they didn't want you, if they didn't like you, and didn't see what you see in yourself. So those are the three things I would probably tell them.
Philip Rossman Reich, Orlando Magic Daily.
Obviously, with any transaction period, there's a lot of noise around the league, and I know you guys are mostly focused on yourselves. But what do you see this team as being capable of doing this season? Coming off a second straight playoff berth, maybe being a little disappointed with just being in the playoffs last year. But what do you see as this team's potential?
I don't think last year was a good measure of where we were at. I believe we were going to be higher than 8th seed. I think we were going to get to about 7th or 6th. So, there was going to be improvement there, and it got cut short. I think we have a really good ball club. I think we're smart. I think we have some depth to us, and I think we have all the necessary tools to make some noise in the East, and really just show much more improvement.
Dan Savage, OrlandoMagic.com.
Aaron, you've been part of teams that haven't had continuity and now part of teams that have continuity, especially in a shortened off season like this where the training camp's truncated, preseason shortened, and a quick start to the season. How much of an advantage can continuity in a team be heading into this type of year?
It'll be huge. It'll be huge because there's so much change in the league, and there wasn't much with us. So there's going to be a lot of teams that are still trying to figure out their identity, figure out who they are. With us, we know who we are. We know who we want to be. And, obviously, players come back different every year. One or two retools. Tools or they've retooled. So I think that continuity bump is going to be great in the early part of the season. And then towards the end of the season, I think we're going to emerge as one of the better teams in the East.
Okay, we have time for a few more. We'll go back to Chris Cuff, 24 Flicks.
Just a quick note, Aaron, personal note. My grandson that I've been mentioning to you over the years has made JV in high school, his first year of high school, man. Thank you for the advice that you put forth to us.
Cool, man. Tell him to keep going.
All right.
Josh Robbins, The Athletic.
Aaron, I think this is year 7 for you, and yet you're still only 25 years old. What areas of your game are yet to unlock for you to show? What barriers can you break within your own game that you haven't shown yet?
Oh man, who knows? I'm really looking to go out there and surprise myself. I think I have all the tools. I think I have all the skills that I need. I'm going to continue to get better, physically, mentally, and hopefully I can surprise everybody, surprise you all, surprise my teammates, surprise myself. I think that's the joy in playing ball.
Okay, Dan Savage, OrlandoMagic.com.
Aaron, when you look at the guys that the Magic brought back in Michael Carter-Williams, Gary Clark, James Ennis, they all sort of share that same defensive focus that you have and that versatility. How much of that is an identity of this team, and how much do you embrace that?
It's great to have defenders on the team. It's age-old adage that defense wins championships. And, you know, obviously you need offense to score and you need offense to win games, but the defense makes it so much easier because some nights the ball don't go in, you know. Even your best shooters will go 0 for or 1 for. And if you know you got defenders, that's something that you can do every single night.
Okay, and the final question goes to Josh Robbins of The Athletic.
What were some of the more interesting places or things you did during your off season? Were you able to travel anywhere and that maybe you'd always wanted to travel to, and you know, perhaps COVID prevented that? I don't know.
Yeah, COVID definitely slowed down the travel this off season. You know, there were some places I wanted to touch in Europe, like London, Paris. Um, you know, maybe even make it to South Africa. But I'm just happy I was able to see my mom in Portland. You know, we had Thanksgiving, so just to make it out there and spend some time with my nephews and my family. It was great. It was really nice to see him because, you know, we hadn't seen each other for so long.
All right, AG, thank you for your time. We appreciate it.